Is everybody getting married?
I don't know, but we were next.
The first couple of days of rehearsal, it's really about the excitement of, here's a new script. Sort of has that atmosphere like a bunch of kids in a playground huddling together and creating their own game. It's just, what if we do this? What if we do this? Where should we start?
We could go back.
Yes.
But?
Yes.
Well, last night we let the dice decide. Maybe we should leave it up to fate again. Well, I love you. Okay, let me say that again.
Okay.
Well, last night we let the dice decide. I mean, maybe we should leave it up to fate again. I love you.
The writers watch, scripts in hand, hanging on every line of dialogue. If a joke isn't funny, they're looking at a long night of rewriting.
There are 12 of us because the way life works is you're not always on. Today, I might not be at my funniest for whatever reason. We know that there are like 150 people waiting for the new version of this that has to be at the stage at 8:30 in the morning.
Everybody thinks they can do it, and I'm sure there are many people who can. I think, A, it's not as easy as it looks. Otherwise, we wouldn't be there till 5, 6, and 7 in the morning with 14 incredibly smart people.
It's not hard to be funny. It's hard to be funny in a way that will translate to the show and that you can air on television.
You don't have time to worry about not being funny. You just have to be.
Everything's great. So everything stays the same. Now you go unpack, and because your clothes have been there for 3 days, it's driving me crazy. And I'm going to sit down here and try to lower the volume of my voice.
Television is a writer's medium. They get paid very handsomely to be smart and funny. The hours are long and the schedule insane.
Some shows are out early. I mean, it just depends on the nature of the beast. But if it's a show like Friends, where you're here until 4 and 5 and 6, once you're pretty deep into the season and it's gotten harder, yeah, that's tougher.
Is that writing on your forehead?
Oh, thanks. So you got married and became a woman all in one night?
The compact thing gets in the way now.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Going in the middle of something else that's so much more interesting, and suddenly we take a step out.
We talked about that last night, but we can't just abandon the fact that they have magic marker on their face.
A continuity problem has come up. The first episode picks up from last year, with Ross and Rachel waking up in their Las Vegas hotel bed with writing on their faces.
Do you have any clothes on?
Yes.
Really?
No.
The debate is over whether or not the writing should still be visible when they come down for breakfast.
The question is, do they not have writing on their face?
They washed it off if they woke up in the morning.
No, but we've
already
established
said it's all these rules.
I know.
Indelible.
But then how did they cover it up?
Because
But even stuff when you write something on yourself, the next day it's less.
That's what I was saying. If in this scene it's there, but it's fainter, and then the next time we see them, it's a day later, they're in the coffee house, and it's gone by then.
I would have it be very faint in the morning, and you don't see it here.
This is so amazing. I really thought I would have to, talk you into this more.
Okay, now I'm scared because I don't actually.
Rehearsal is an important time for script supervisor Jolie Barnett.
We go through all the dialogue and just see what we need to do to change stuff. We were long today. I timed the show, and so they'll probably go in and trim.
Since yesterday, the script grew a lot. It was like we were 9 minutes long today.
It's midnight, and after a long rewrite session, head writers Adam Chase and Greg Malins take a few more minutes to proofread yet another pass on the script.
Tonight's rewrite was less about solving story problems than it was about finding 7 pages to cut, which is really hard in a script that works.
today would be the first day of camera blocking for the 1999-2000 season.
It's the first day cameras are on the set.
Hey, buddy, how's it going, man?
Sitcoms are shot using multiple cameras on every scene. Friends uses 4 and sometimes 5 to film all the action.
Let them come over to you. Camera blocking is the process of, at any given part of the scene, where are the cameras and what are they photographing? They're going to be standing here, holding hands. The elevator door is going to open up, and you want to see between them the priest that's going to be standing here.
In order to keep the camera dollies from crashing into each other, the camera assistant places numbered tape marks on the stage floor, which tell them where they need to be in every scene. Stand-ins are used to mark where the actors will be.
I think it's funnier from here.
Me too. I like that it just happens, that it's all
but
in
I
one
also think
shot.
they need to let go hands.
And you don't have to
They let
cut
go?
to do this.
When they see the priest when they look at each other,
Okay.
I think that's part of the.
I got you. And that's it. So we'll clean it up tomorrow. I think we're in okay shape.
Show day is finally here. 4 hours before filming begins, 500 fans line up for 300 seats to watch the premiere episode of Friends come together.
All the way from Kentucky to see this. My favorite character is Chandler.
I just want to go see Rachel.
Christine for Miriam, please send me 8 more ticket holders with the 6th production right away.
Here we go. We're going in. Come on. You guys play the most important part, the live studio audience. We're going to record directing you up is going to be heard all over the world.
The night of filming on this show is not just a filming, it's almost like Club Friends.
It's really hard to describe. There is certainly a pinch of Beatlemania in it.
The audience raises to their feet. They've been waiting for an hour, and there is definitely excitement and energy, like a concert.
Wow. All right, I'm excited now. All right, we're It's a show. It's exciting. People are screaming.
If everything goes smoothly, it will take about 5 hours to film the 22 minutes of actual showtime. The cameras are rolled into position, and the first scene gets underway.
Scene Apple, take 1. 4 cameras. Marker.
Each scene is shot a number of times, with a surprising amount of rewriting going on between takes.
I can't believe Ross and Rachel got married.
I can't either.
I can't believe Ross and Rachel got married.
I know. I didn't even know they were dating again.
I don't think there's much dating as they are drunk.
I don't think they're dating as much dating as they are unbelievably drunk or very, very drunk. Something fun and emphatic there.
I don't think they're as much dating as they are completely filled with alcohol.
The first take of the wedding chapel scene fell a little flat on David Crane's ears. While the cameras reset, they quickly try and come up with something funnier. Finally, they go to Matthew Perry.
You know what? Why don't we ask him, and that because it's so like Matthew.
Okay. I don't think there's much dating as they are acting out a scene from Barfly.
All right.
Did they there's so much dating as they are completely filled with alcohol?
There's as much dating as there are 2 bottles of vodka walking around in human form.
Yes.
7 minutes later, they're ready for take 2.
I can't believe Ross and Rachel got married.
I know. I didn't even know they were dating again.
Well, I don't think there's much dating as they are 2 bottles of vodka walking around in human form.
The changing as we go is a really good testament to just how smart the executive producers are. And I've done a lot of shows in the past where had kind of a tyrannical, don't touch the words, and it's just not the way to do a show. If a joke doesn't work, you just see this whole group of smart people just get in this huddle, and then they come out and they tell you a joke.
The audience is going to tell you what's working and what's not working. Things that crack us up, they just sometimes don't get. Sometimes they get the setup and you don't even need the joke.
I'm going to jump back in. If they roll the dice, then I go back into the 2.
After they roll the dice, take a beat, and then go back into it. The key in half-hour comedy, while there are a lot of things a director wants to bring to it, there's a very short window of time to get everything done. And so, yes, speed is a necessity. Speed and a very good pair of shoes. Action!
Let's get married, I guess.
Wait a minute. On your let's just get married, I guess, can it be even more forced enthusiasm?
Oh, you don't think it's funny to play that kind of bum?
Switch?
Let's just get married, I guess.
Get married? Married, I guess.
It didn't feel funny.
Okay.
I think the
Well, let's get married, I guess.
I can't believe I actually rolled an 8.
So unlikely. Well, let's get married, I guess. Moving on, guys. We're in the cab.
The call to move on is the battle cry to prepare for the next scene. As the cameras make their way across the stage, the writers continue to pitch new jokes.
Okay, all right.
Anything else on 10?
One little pitch on 9?
Yes.
It's a buffet. It's in trouble.
It's kind of funny.
Where's the waitress?
It's in trouble. It's in trouble. Like, I'm going to go eat it all.
How about, here's where I win all my money back.
I like that. Great. After it's a buffet, Joey says, here's where I win all my money back.
Kevin, there's slot changes coming.
Good shit.
You guys ready?
Where is the waitress? I'm starving.
It's a buffet, man.
Here's where I win all my money back.
Okay, now we're going to reset. That's the way I want it.
The completion of this scene triggers a frenetic bout of activity. The set dressers and grips tear out the Caesar's Palace buffet to make room for the next scene.
You gotta get more excited. You guys.
A set change can take as long as 20 minutes. But with warm-up comedian Jim Bentley to entertain them, the audience has no time to be bored.
There's no question about it. There is nothing like a Friends audience. They are just complete maniacs when it comes to Friends.
A sitcom is as close to live theater as television gets. The actors play to the audience, and their feedback is crucial.
We play off the audience all the time.
Very important. It's kind of like a test to see if the material works, if the jokes work, if the story tracks, if the audience is with, you know, if we've given them enough exposition along with jokes.
We've done like 120 of these things, but our energy just elevates every time there's an audience. I still get nervous before shows, and I think it's just generally, you know, it's like putting on a one-act play every week.
Marker.
This is insane. Well, that's the big deal. You know, it's not like it's a real marriage.
What?
Oh, no, when you get married in Vegas, you're only married in Vegas.
Oh, what are you talking about? If you get married in Vegas, you're married everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well.
Is it clear at the end that she's talking about herself and
The oh
not
my
about
God
Ross and Rachel?
The oh my God isn't big.
The oh my God has to be bigger.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
And
have it.
also,
I thought they laughed because they got it.
I
get
went
it,
so hard on oh my God.
But they didn't laugh at, well.
Wait, what if after oh my God, laugh, 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 I have to make some
Just not very
calls.
bright, and smart people will get it.
Marta and David run a very democratic show. There's a question as to whether or not the implications of a joke from Phoebe are understood. So what do? They put it to a vote.
If you want to be sure where you ask them.
You can ask them.
All right.
Who did not get
Who
it?
did not get the fact that Phoebe was married in Vegas?
From that joke.
She says, oh my God.
That at some time in the past she was married in Las Vegas.
You guys got yes.
They're all, they got it. Great.
got it.
Beautiful.
I'm not lying.
Marker.
Ross, the bottom line here, we cannot stay married.
See, I don't know if that's true.
Oh, yeah, but it is.
Okay. What we have here is a difference of opinion. And when that happens in a marriage...
Ross, that's into a marriage! Yeah, Ross, listen, if you do not get this annulment, I will.
Writer people? Is there anything funnier than stop saying the word marriage? We've got to...
We're in a drunken mistake.
It's funny, huh? We're talking about the line, instead of stop saying the word marriage, which actually isn't funny. And when that happens in this crazy drunken mistake, this is sounds less harsh. This is the world's worst hangover. This is the world's worst hangover.
Yeah, that's great.
Here we go. And rolling. And when that happens in a marriage...
No, Ross, come on, this is not a marriage. This is the world's worst hangover.
It's like Mozart. It just comes to you. I'm not responsible to get. But actually, somebody else.
It's just like Mozart.
But actually, somebody else had the area. So it was someone else's area. Actually, it's just molding it.
Someone. I don't remember who had pitched something in the area of drunkenness, and this is
it's just.
And then out of that.
It's just molding.
Somebody
it's
comes
just
up
someone
with
else says
the right way to spin it. But yeah, when you finally, and you put it in, and they love it, and the audience goes crazy, and you get applause on a joke.
That's not a bad thing.
It's a very good joke.